Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Zula and today I'm analyzing the natal chart of Chungwon from Enhypen. This was a requested video, so let me know if there are any charts you'd like me to do in the future. This reading is limited due to unknown birth time. I'm only covering the possible manifestations of the planets based on their sign placement and their relations to one another. A more in-depth and precise reading can be obtained with house placements and house rulerships, which require an accurate birth time. As we don't have that information, we'll work with what we have. Chungwon's sun is placed in Aquarius, a fixed air sign traditionally ruled by Saturn. Aquarius sun implies that Chungwon tends to gravitate towards objective thinking, knowledge acquisition, and expressing individuality. His values are centered around originality, personal space and freedom, and embracing unique and unconventional self-expression. There is a rebellious spirit, along with a strong desire to differentiate himself from others. The fixed nature of Aquarius can manifest as stubbornness and inflexibility, while the air element may contribute to an aloof and detached demeanor. It's worth noting that the ruler of Chungwon's Aquarius sun is Saturn, which is located in Cancer in his birth chart. This placement presents a challenge as Saturn doesn't like to operate in a Cancerian way. Cancer is an emotionally oriented sign concerned with nurture and receptivity, while Saturn tends to be cold and dry, prioritizing discipline and structure. With a Cancer Saturn, Chungwon is likely to harbor deep affection and attachment to his family and friends. He may assume a caretaker role in his social circles, blending Saturn's sense of responsibility with Cancer's desire to nurture. However, his approach would tend to be emotionally detached, expressing care and love through shouldering responsibilities, problem solving, and taking control of situations on behalf of others. Chungwon's sun is further influenced by its conjunction with Neptune, a planet associated with idealism, imagination, spirituality, and creativity. This cosmic connection can impart on Chungwon a heightened sense of compassion, sensitivity, and attunement to subtleties beyond the material and intellectual realms. This influence may manifest as a propensity to daydream, using fantasies or imaginative escapes to transcend the mundane. He can seek deeper significance by perceiving ordinary occurrences as imbued with sense of fate or destiny. This can incline him towards an interest in mysticism or spirituality. However, the influence of Neptune comes with potential challenges. There is a risk of succumbing to illusions, deceptions, and maybe even delusions, because Neptune is nebulous and tends to live in the idealized versions of reality. On his sun, Neptune can blur Chungwon's sense of identity, self-worth, self-perception, and his personal boundaries. He may perceive himself through a distorted lens or struggle to identify with himself. This contact can make him highly sensitive and susceptible. Sensitivity to energetic and emotional currents can lead to psychic vulnerability. To gain a clear understanding of the intensity and extent of Neptune's influence on his sun, it would be vital to examine where they are positioned in his chart and which houses they rule. This would provide insight into the specific areas of his life that would be impacted. His sun also forms a sextile aspect to Pluto, which indicates a supportive relationship that bestows him with charisma, power, and influence. Pluto adds strength, determination, and depth to his vitality. He can handle himself while under pressure. He most likely has the gift to exert influence and persuade others. There's usually an innate ability to pierce through people's psyches and understand needs, thanks to keen observational skills that helps him pick up subtle changes in people's demeanors. Pluto with the sun can show personal growth and transformation through difficult and intense experiences. Chungwon is not one to shy away from challenging situations or conflict. In fact, there might be an underlying craving for danger or pain. Plutonic individuals need to experience the extremes of life in order to feel alive. There is an inherent understanding that difficult experiences are a catalyst for life transformations and personal developments. In tandem with Neptune, Pluto also amplifies his passion for music and other creative pursuits. These planetary influences spark a desire within him to stand out, be distinctive, and lead an extraordinary life. The combined energy of Pluto and Neptune contributes to his aspirations for a life marked by power and creative expression. Chungwon's Mercury also resides in Aquarius, aligning his thoughts and intellect with his identity and vitality. This configuration gives him an intellectual, eccentric, and objective mindset. He offers unique perspectives and challenges the status quo, consistently marching to the beat of his own drum. However, the square aspect between Mercury and Mars introduces challenges in communication. This aspect, coupled with Mars's inclination toward conflict and competition, may lead to combative and argumentative communication. Chungwon may even enjoy provoking others or engaging in verbal banters and debates. These sort of engagements energize him and provide provide intellectual stimulation. Adding to this dynamic, his Mars is in Taurus, a fixed earth sign ruled by Venus. While Venus may mitigate Mars's aggressive tendencies, the fixed and rooted nature of Taurus contributes to his stubbornness. Once he forms opinions or reaches conclusions, he's likely to maintain a steadfast stance, resisting change or influence. Moreover, the conflicting dynamic between Aquarius Mercury and Taurus Mars suggests difficulties in translating thoughts into actions. While Aquarius thinks and forms ideas quickly, Taurus tends to be slow to execution, so many ideas and thoughts may fail to take form. On a positive note, this dynamic proves beneficial in setting long-term goals, as it instills in him patience and persistence. In addition, Chongwon's Mercury forms a sextile aspect with Venus, endowing him with good interpersonal skills. He's comfortable and assertive in social situations. However, Venus's placement in Aries influences his communication style in tandem with Mars. Despite a genuine desire to avoid causing offense or hurting others' feelings, his communication can be impulsive, direct, and blunt, which can make him appear rude or insensitive at times. Chongwon's emotional nature is defined by his Virgo moon, reflecting an internal orientation towards practicality, discernment, and service. An innate need to be of service drives him, and he finds contentment when his efforts are noticed and appreciated by others. He thrives on organization, details, precision, and continuous improvement. His discerning nature, along with his desire to help and improve the lives of those around him, can make him come off critical or nitpicky at times. Given Virgo's association with the nervous system, Chongwon is sensitive to stress, anxiety, and worry. Virgo being linked to the planet Mercury, his mind tends to engage in overthinking and overanalysis. His emotional well-being is tied to the structure of daily routine, productivity, and order. His moon is conjunct Jupiter, a benefic planet associated with good fortune and abundance. This aspect fosters a generous heart and a strong inclination to lend a helping hand. Jupiter's expansive influence amplifies emotional expression, making the typically reserved Virgo more open and expressive. However, the square aspect between Jupiter and Pluto in Sagittarius can introduce a potential know-it-all boastfulness, leading to a tendency to preach. So far, I've discussed Chongwon's personality, orientation, communication style, and temperament. Next, I want to talk about Chongwon's love life and relationships. Here, I will take a look at his capacity for love and possible characteristics of his future spouse or significant others. In the realm of relationship astrology, the moon placement unveils the feminine energies that bring comfort to Chongwon, reflecting qualities associated with his mother or influential female figures in his early life. The moon can also provide insight into potential qualities of his future spouse or significant others. With a Virgo moon, Chongwon approaches romantic interest with selectiveness and discernment. Stability, structure, and routines hold significance in his daily life, leading him to value partners who demonstrate reliability, punctuality, and efficiency in managing day-to-day affairs. Virgo leads Chongwon to express affection through practical gestures, such as doing laundry or picking up dinner, and he will appreciate partners who recognize and value these small gestures of affection. His ideal type is likely to be practical, meticulous, and well put together. He's drawn to articulate intellectuals who strive for self-improvement and possess a strong sense of integrity. Examining his Venus placement reveals his personal taste, what he finds attractive in his love nature. In Aries, he's attracted to partners who are assertive, independent, and possibly exhibit tomboyish qualities. The energetic and passionate nature of Aries would suggest his preference for partners with equal passion and assertiveness. Independence and strong sense of self are particularly appealing to him, emphasizing his values related to freedom and pursuit of personal interests in romantic relationships. Chongwon typically experiences intense and passionate attractions initially, driven by the impulsive nature of Venus in Aries. However, his interest may diminish if the relationship lacks ongoing newness and excitement. The sextile between his Venus and Mercury indicates a strong need for mental stimulation and intellectual affinity. On the other hand, his Venus square to Saturn presents challenges related to self-worth and the ability to give or receive love. Saturn introduces constraints and limitations, potentially leading to feelings of inadequacy or a preference for freedom over attachment and codependency. Examining his Mars energy reveals his assertive approach in pursuing romantic interests. Mars in Taurus portrays him as a deliberate and sensual lover. The supportive aspect from Saturn here adds caution and discipline to his assertive nature, pointing to calculated and strategic actions. Lastly, his Mars sextile to Uranus suggests a tendency for unconventional and unique approaches in seeking attention or pursuing romantic desires. Uranus also adds a strong need for excitement and adventure in relationships. It can also show sudden beginnings or endings to romantic affairs as well. In summary, Changwon experiences passionate infatuations, but his attractions may be transient due to his Aries Venus. The cautious and picky nature of Virgo moon can make his Taurus Mars more reluctant to act on his feelings. That's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think of my analysis of Changwon's chart. You probably know him better than I do, so I would really appreciate your feedback. If you liked my reading, please give me a thumbs up and support my channel by subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with another video next week.